Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big man Boisterous coming to you with some Platinum League Pandemonium from the Shadow Temple. Down here in the south position of the map, we have Merryfistmas spawning in as the red Protoss, and up here in the top, we have his enemy, the blue Protoss Medio. As the game starts off, we have both players saying good luck, have fun, and good luck, feel fun? What does FF mean? Huh. I actually don't know that one. That's a mystery that I'm going to have to just figure out later. So, I think this and Zerg vs. Zerg are the two matchups that I haven't done yet, and I do plan on putting out Zerg vs. Zerg games because they're usually a lot shorter than other games on off days. For example, since I work on a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday schedule, I'm probably going to put them out maybe on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays. Maybe Sundays, it really depends on my on my other things that I have to do. But as this game starts off, we have both people scouting at 12, so fairly normal scout patterns for both players. It looks like they've both spent one chrono boost on probes, which is the average amount to do. It looks like Merryfistmas is going to get ready to drop a 13 gateway. And Medio actually beat him to that gateway by quite a bit, around 20 seconds. And looks like Medio is also getting the faster gas, so Medio is ahead by around 15 seconds as far as just straight up how far he is in his tech tree, which is a bit for this beginning. Mainly, I think, because Merryfistmas decided to go for this wall off on his ramp, which you don't really need in Protoss versus Protoss because you have your sentries to kind of do that wall off for you. It does look like neither player is going out of the ordinary. Medio is looking like he's going to want to go for a very heavy tech build by getting that second assimilator so early. So I think that Merryfistmas is taking this as a cue where he can do either very heavy pressure to kind of try to offset this early tech, but I'm not sure how much that will work considering the fact that that just means that you can also have a lot of sentries because of this double assimilator. They are both getting their cybernetics cores at around the same time, although Medio is about 10 seconds earlier on his. Merryfistmas is bumping up to 2 gates. So I think we're going to be seeing some heavy gateway play out of Merryfistmas instead of a ridiculously fast tech, which I think is what Medio is going to be going for. He's probably going to drop another 2 gateways and then a robo for this. Or at least I think that's going to be his plan. And there's another gateway, and I'm sure we'll see a robo as soon as he gets enough minerals for it, and as soon as he clears the scouting probe out of his base, because you never want to let your enemy just see what you're going so easily. And it does look like the sentry is going for the tasing action on that little probe. I think warp gate, it's still 10 seconds ahead. Medio is essentially 10 seconds ahead in this game, which is not exactly where you want to be as Merryfistmas. I think if he wants to catch up, he either needs to do some damage with an early push, or he needs to go for something like an early expansion, like an expand on 30, maybe 35. I'd say would be what he really needs to catch up to Medio. It does look like Medio is going for that robo facility, and I think we're going to be seeing some blink play out of Merryfistmas because he's going for that Twilight Council. Either that, or he's going to be going the Super Cheese Dark Templar route, which actually in games that I have casted before is extremely effective. Because despite getting such an early robo, there is an amazing amount of people that don't get an observer fast because they just don't think that it is all that valuable to them playing the game. It does look like Merryfistmas is pushing out with 5 zealots. I don't think that's going to be able to do a whole lot of damage considering the fact that you have sentries and stalkers up here which can just kite. Merryfistmas is throwing down the really close aggressive pylon, actually. I'm surprised they didn't put it down on the other side of this thing just to try to give himself a bit more of a buffer for safety for that pylon. It does look like Medio does have enough sentry energy for a couple force fields, and actually that's 4 force fields worth of energy, and I think it's 3, yeah, it is 3 sentries that can permanently wall off a ramp, so he's really in no immediate danger. force fields. And that's a pretty good force field. He just walled 4 zealots off. And here comes the Immortal, and the Immortal's going to be able to clean this up no problem. Especially with the extra assistance of the sentries and the stalkers. Does look like Merryfistmas is actually not going for that blink research, which is something that I'm fairly surprised about. Some very aggressive blinking would allow him to get that Immortal down. And, oh, that Immortal is going to get away alive, that's pretty good for Medio. That would have been a very big loss for him if he had lost that Immortal, and then Merryfistmas had decided to keep pushing up the ramp. And Merryfistmas is getting a trust fund started. I'm waiting to see him throw down a Nexus, and there it is. So he looks like he's going to be going for the much faster expand. I don't think Medio is even thinking about taking his expansion. I think he's still afraid of a follow-up 4-gate attack. But that's not what Merryfistmas is going to be moving into. I'm still waiting to see what he plans on doing for tech, because he's not getting Blink. This Twilight Council is kind of just a waste right now to let him get up to those level 2 weapons and level 2 armor upgrades, but currently it's not doing anything. I really think that he should be getting Blink, and I don't know the point of throwing down a Twilight Council just so that you can't upgrade anything off of it. We do see mass Immortals coming out of this, and not really an indicator to see him teching up to Colossus yet, which actually also surprises me. Typically, if you see somebody go for such a fast one-base robo, then they're going to be trying to go for that kind of crazy sort of early Colossus play. Just absolutely no ranged Colossus, just to push it 11 minutes. And just completely crush your opponent with those no-ranged Colossi. Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on in this game so far. Both of them are going for a fairly standard PvP build, albeit they're both going for different ones. Merryfistmas also got a Forge. I think he's going to want to throw down ground weapons pretty soon. But he is chrono boosting out probes at both Nexuses right now, so that's what he's working on. Although he should really start that +1 pretty soon. Also, I'd like to see him either start going for those High Templar, because they're a great way to get rid of gas, or start going for those Colossi, because he's going to need superior Colossi numbers to win this game. And it does look like Medio has taken a hidden pylon near the gold base of Merryfistmas, and Merryfistmas has no idea about this. So there are going to be a lot of reinforcements ready to flank in as soon as Merryfistmas moves out to attack. And if we see a Protoss counterattack right now, that would be pretty awesome, because those barely ever happen. We do have 3 Immortals out in the middle of the field, and our hero Immortal that is still alive. I can't believe he survived that early siege. That was some pretty good micro out of Media to keep that guy alive. Does look like Merryfistmas is taking the point at the top of the ramp, and there's Blink finally going down. I think it would have done a lot for him if he had had Blink as he started that attack, but it does look like he has a very favorable position up here, and Medio is going to be going in for that photon cannon. Reasonable force fields. Yeah, those are pretty good force fields, especially trapping that Immortal there. I thought he could have run, but apparently not. I'm surprised that Merryfistmas is not walking out to try to find this hidden pylon. And Medio is just running back to his base, although he is coming in to kind of try to contain the Zelnaga and keep that as his. I don't know if he really needs that, though, because doesn't he oh, I think the Observer got sniped by the cannon, actually. Huh. We do have the expansion finally going down for Medio, but this is just so far behind. I'm not sure if getting an expansion this late is really going to help him or hinder him. He kind of just needs to go to a tech route and just try to plow through Merryfistmas with that tech route. He's just not going to have he's never going to have the economic upper hand in this game, because Merryfistmas is just going to be able to start smacking down expansions. We do have a hidden probe over here, and so I think he's getting ready to drop yet another hidden pylon, which would actually do quite a bit of damage, because Merryfistmas would have no way to see a pylon that is right here, which would be very bad. And I am getting a bit of lag. I don't quite know why. So, I'm sorry for this portion of the video being laggy, as I try to figure out what the hell is going on. Huh. Oh well. Yep, there we go. And it's back. Looks like Merryfistmas is pushing out to take the middle of the map. And, yeah, he just took the middle of the map. He has map control now, very easily, actually. And I think I'm going to be going into part 2 right now. So if you guys want to see part 2 of the video, just go ahead and click on the video response to this video.